Rolen, you've spent the better part of many months, weeks, years maybe, traveling, going between the villages of Central Illyria, just doing your part to set yourself apart from the lines that you've been subjected to, what you've seen in the world, the atrocities and the treatment of others that you've seen out of people so close to you. It's been an interesting time, and you've learned a lot about the world and about yourself. And you thought that you'd been starting to think recently that everything was behind you. You know, maybe doing good deeds for the people of Gouldenberg or Pike or Bratton. Maybe that was enough. But one morning you received a letter written in the scroll of your sister, Ivani. It just said, "Help. Come home." This startled you. You hadn't had too much discourse with your sister in a long time. But you decided to at least see what was happening. At least find out what would cause such a sudden need for your attention. So you began heading southeast towards your home, taking the roads that you once left by. You passed through Drammen the night before last, and have been slowly making your way to Dairdarath, into your family home. Night has fallen. I'll put you on this, by the way, just so you know where you're at. That's big.
Alright.
You're about there. Night has fallen, and as you're laying beneath the stars, hearing the breathing of your horse who's fast asleep, you can't help but smile, knowing that this time going back home, something was different. So you fall asleep. Your dreams are filled with confusing imagery, the likes of which you hadn't seen since, for years. You saw a man with black hair, very tall, turning around quickly. You see a woman with black hair and a woman with blonde, each impaled on a spike. And you see a large tuft of raven feathers. And as you move through them, this sort of veil that you pass through, you see in the sky a sun, almost in negative colors. This very dark blue, grayish mass shining down on you. You stare up at it, not sure whether to be overtaken by the beauty of it or terrified. You close your eyes, and when you open them again, it's morning. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Oh boy. Let's see here. I really don't think I have anything that I would really be concerned about. Obviously, that was a disturbing dream, but I mean, I think I'm just going to shake it off and keep on trucking the Dairdarath.
Okay. And you do. So you hop on your horse, saddle up, and you ride, and you're familiar. It takes a few days to get from Drammen to Dairdarath. And your family home isn't too far away. You're familiar. So you travel through most of the day, and for the most part, it's relatively calm. You're seeing seeing these plains and the grasslands that are so reminiscent of your home. Playing out there as a kid with your brother and your sister. It's so different from the mesas elsewhere in Alira. A smile, kind of a somber smile, creeps on your face. Because the world isn't that simple. And eventually, as you travel, please make a perception check.
Okay. 16.
Okay, yeah. As you're riding, you hear, off in the distance, a muffled scream. It sounds like a woman screaming out for help. Slightly off the path in this direction. You hear another one, this one more frantic. What do you do?
I'm gonna go investigate, but kind of be sneaky about it because I don't want to draw attention to myself yet.
Okay. Okay. You are on a horse right now, so are you going to stay on your horse and kind of just like clip clop through the grass, or?
How far away do I think the sound is?
Interesting. Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Okay. You're not sure. It could be as close as like a quarter mile to a half mile. Not very far. Walking on your feet, you could be there in a few minutes.
I'll walk on my feet then.
Okay. Are you gonna keep your horse with you, or are you going to?
I'll keep my horse with me, but yeah.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
Okay. 7.
Okay. As you're walking through, the grass is not very tall here. But you're trying to keep low as much as you can, which is hard to do, especially now that your horse has been like taken off of its pace. Kind of edging through the grass, listening as hard as you can for any sounds similar to what you'd heard. And you stop for a second. In the silence, you hear absolutely nothing except for the wind. You look down at your feet and you see a few small, kind of bluish flowers in front of you. Maybe like a patch of 4 right in front of you.
Okay.
As you're looking down at it, this sort of conical shape bud opens up and lets out this horrific shriek at you. And I'd like you to roll initiative, please. These sort of like plant-like tentacles shoot out from it towards you.
Okay. Oh, damn it, of course. I got a 5.
Let's change. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I will use this as an opportunity to teach you about the new combat mechanics. Wow.
Oh, man.
Okay, and I will let you roll again. But one second. So, combat, I found out a lot. So here you're on this map. So if you click on your character token, and then up in the left corner, you have initiative and wild surge. So if you hit initiative, then it'll give your initiative roll, and it'll put it in the queue. So there you go. You got a 10. And then when I add the other ones, it'll add them to that. So that's pretty cool. And then if I have you make a wild surge, it's the same thing. You can just click on that through there.
So I click on initiative now?
Yeah. So you already did. So you have a 10. Let me crank some tunes. And then get some of these bad boys. Oh shit. Still getting used to all this. So there's 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Wow, amazing. Okay. So, you are actually no. The one right in front of you is up first. This is the one that had opened its bud at you and shrieked at you. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
16.
Nice. Okay. As it lets out this shriek, this at you, and these tentacles point right at you, you get terrified and you back up. Your horse lets out like a and starts backing up, and you resist whatever. You feel this terror start to seep into you, and you begin to back up, but then you shake it off. Okay, it's now your turn.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and let's see, where is it at? I'm going to use Burning Hands.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, fuck this shit.
Sure. Yeah. So you make whatever the roll is. It's 3 range attacks, right?
Yes. Wait, no, Burning Hands? Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry.
the-
Am I thinking of the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. This is a cone. Okay.
Yeah.
So just so you're aware, I'll draw a little cone for you. So
Yeah,
it's a 15-foot cone, so you will get this one, and actually you would get all of them.
I would?
Yeah, you would, because this
All
one
right.
is like off the grid, so it's right here. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
So do I roll for that? I'm sorry.
For Burning Hands, let's see. Do I just click on it and it'll...
Yeah.
Okay.
They make dexterity saving throws. Nice. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. What's your DC? Your spell save DC?
13.
13. Nice. Okay, they all fail. So go ahead and roll your 3d6 fire damage.
Okay. 9.
Okay. How do you cast?
How do I... Oh, I
do you
use my staff.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you bring your staff down, you like wave your hand in front of it, and this like reddish orange energy begins to billow around it. You cast your staff forward, and this cone of flaming energy shoots out and just engulfs these 3 plants. And you see they're like blown back, and then bits start flying off and smoldering. And eventually, when your spell ends, they're just reduced to dust.
Oh, yes.
That was nicely done.
Yeah,
I did not expect that to go that easily, but good for you. Also, I forgot to mention, everybody started off with 250 XP, and that combat you get 60 more, so you are now level 2. And we can do level up stuff, because we're not going to do Kana's part tonight. I can walk you through your level up stuff if you would like. But we'll do that when you rest. Is that all good?
Yeah, that's good.
Cool. Let's see. Where's my music? Hello? Wait, there we go. Okay. You look down at these plant bodies, kind of shaken, not really sure. If you'd like, you can make a nature check to try to discern what they are.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
14.
Nice, okay. You've heard about these plants before. They exist, at least you've read about them sometime in your childhood. You've learned about these plants called shriekers, which, although they appear like they're monstrosities, they are actually, indeed, plants. They are carnivorous, and they use this like terrifying shriek to terrify their enemies, so that they can like eat them and devour things much larger than them. So, with that in mind, you stomp out and kind of uproot the rest of the shrieker stems that are in the ground. Would you like to do anything?
Well, after I do that, I'm just gonna hop on my horse again and go riding off.
Cool. So you ride for the rest of the day. You are slightly shaken, slightly tired from exerting yourself magically, which you haven't gotten a chance to do in a while. And by gotten a chance, I of course mean had to.
Yeah.
You ride just kind of thinking about that, Knowing that was terrifying, but maybe it wasn't so bad. Maybe the knowledge of that will help me in the future. As you're writing, you're just kind of ruminating on all this, and in the distance you begin to see black shapes on the horizon, which you recognize as Dairdarath. Still several leagues away, but you can just see the tips of some of the towers over the hills. As night is falling, what would you like to do?
Gosh. I mean, kind of want to keep going because I don't want to be out here, but at the same time, I don't want to get tired or anything.
You know that if you push through the night, you just might be able to make it, but at that point you would be risking your horse's health as well as your own.
Yeah, that's true. I'll try and stop here for the night.
Okay, are you going to have a fire, or are you going to trust your drow senses? Which I will say, you can, as night has fallen, you have been able to see more clearly, which you know that you're finally going towards people who understand that sensation. So are you going to light a campfire?
No, I don't want to draw attention to myself. I can trust my drow senses.
Okay, cool. So, the night passes, and go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception.
Yep.
8.
Okay. As you're resting, kind of keeping an eye out, you set your staff out before you and just focus on the magic welling within you. Your magical source has always been mysterious to you, and you haven't really understood necessarily. You understood the ritual when it happened, but ever since then it's kind of been a whirlwind, and you haven't really been able to get a huge grasp. Bigger spells have always been a risk because you never knew what might happen. But today felt good. Today, being able to cast magic in defense and have it work, to be able to make it your own after all this time, it feels nice. And as you're thinking these things, you kind of just focus on the magical essence within you, and you feel as if you've grown in your arcane prowess. So right now we can do your level 2 stuff real quick, because if you'd like, we don't have to, we can keep moving. But it can be a quick couple of, I don't know if you have spells, but picked out, but...
No, I don't have spells picked out yet.
Okay. Do sorcerers get meta magic at 2 or 3? I can't remember.
I believe it's 2. Yeah.
Okay. So I will say that because you don't have time to think about spells too much, you're trying to keep your wits about you. You can decide those, before our session 1 once you get to Dairdarath. But for your sorcery points, go ahead and mark that on your sheet. That you have 2. You have Font of Magic, so you can look that up if you so desire. And you don't have meta magic yet, but you can use those 2 sorcery points right now to make a first level spell slot. So that's just something to think about. The next morning, you wake up, thankful that you didn't hear any more shrieks in the night. And you're determined. Last night you kind of took the letter in your hands and traced over your sister's script with your finger and just started to think about what could be going on. And you've always known your sister to be very strong and your family to be very strong, but this seemed strange and you couldn't help but focus on that. So today, as you're riding, still southwards, towards Dairdarath, that's kind of on your mind. A couple times you pass travelers going north to Drammen. Just merchants. They don't look anything nefarious. You don't see any of the silver spears or any of the colors that would denote the silver spears or House Anir. And so you just travel, trying to keep your spirits high in spite of whatever was waiting for you at your family home. And so the day passes, much like the last, except for the incident, and you begin to grow closer to Deirdreth. You see the towers in the distance, the Gothic architecture, the dark colors, the blacks, the grays, the purples. You see the spires and sort of the pointed architecture, and as terrifying as some have described Deirdreth, it's still the city that you saw every day through your childhood, and you can't help but grow a little sentimental. But your gaze turns northward, towards where you know your family home lies. So, when you get the appropriate distance to Deirdreth, you note the markings, the withered tree, a few bushes, a nest of robins encased in this silver-like material. You take a left turn and begin towards your home. Is there anything you'd like to do now that you've diverted from the path?
Let's see. I don't think there really is. No. I think I'm good for now.
Okay. So you ride and slip in between patches of trees. You know the way, but you know well that most of the citizenry from Deirdreth would have no idea, and even if they were trying to follow you, they would have no way of doing so. You slip in between trees, having to kind of prod your heels into the flanks of your horse to get it to move in the right direction, even though parts of the path are obscured by illusions or difficult terrain. And then you see it. You see the large tree, 20 feet wide, maybe, as a diameter, maybe 30, gigantic, with branches that stretch out. And as a kid, you remember sitting against the trunk and looking up at the branches, like stretching out towards Deirdreth, and just imagining that they were arms reaching out for the citizens. You chuckle a little bit to yourself thinking about this. Oops. And you ride up to the tree. So you disembark from your horse. Place your hand on the bark and just focus. You feel magic pulsing beneath your fingertips. And nothing. Usually, you would reach out and be able to open essentially the front door to your house just by showing that you are of the Liadon line. But now it felt cold. The tree felt dead to you. You're not entirely sure why. You look around, unsure of what's going on, unsure of why a door hasn't popped up. What do you do?
I'm going to make let's see. Let's see here, what do I want to do?
You see kind of a ring of trees around you in the distance, but for the most part, it's just kind of packed earth around this gigantic tree.
I'm gonna put my hand up to the tree. I couldn't feel any magic. Could I try detect magic?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay.
So go ahead and make an Arcana check with advantage.
So I rolled an 11.
Okay,
So roll again.
go ahead and roll again, yeah.
22.
Nice, okay. You kind of run your hands along your staff and place your hand on the bark again. Your eyes begin to glow. You close them and begin focusing, trying to reach out for any tendrils of magic that would signify that your home was still there, that the arcane roots of your line were still there. Nothing.
Oh no.
You remember your brother trying the same trick and telling you all about feeling the magical heartbeat of this tree, feeling the ebb and the flow of your family's magic, signifying the strength of the Liadon line. But now, all you feel is the fear welling in your heart. And behind you, you turn around quickly as you turn around and you see several red heads, scaly, with these like jaws that kind of jut forward. They have these pointed horns that point towards the back of their head, and they're all wearing kind of patchwork fur, and most of them have like daggers or makeshift blades. And we'll use this bonfire as the tree. Sure, why not? Let me put you out here, and all of you roll initiative when you're out here. I'll say you're right there. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Emerging from the trees. What?
Oh, I knew this was a mistake.
Okay, go ahead and roll initiative.
Alright, hang on, I had to refresh the page here.
Oh, I got you. This is not battle music. Fuck. Where was my battle music?
Alright. 5.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. This is... Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to roll the bad one.
Okay, so first up, the creature on your right, as you're turning around, pointing your staff at these creatures. Oh, also, by the way, please roll a hit die real quick, because this is important.
A hit die.
Just like this. Here, I got you. No worries. So 5, so your health increases up to 13.
Okay.
There we go. That was a close one. Okay. So this one on your right, it quickly puts its dagger away, and from behind it pulls a little sling. You don't know from where. Puts a stone in it, and begins swinging around, and chucks a rock at you. It's going to. It rolled an 8, which misses. You hear it hit the tree behind, like right next to your head. You try to jump out of the way, but you can't tell if it's sheer luck or skill that managed to make it miss. Okay, this next one is the one on your left. It's the same story. It's going to try shooting a sling at you, missing at the same time. This one, you're almost ready. You're jumping now. You feel the adrenaline coursing through your veins. You duck below this rock, and then the one right in front of you dashes straight up to you and begins brandishing this dagger towards you. What's your 8? Does that hit? Your AC is 12?
12, yeah.
Okay.
So
this one stabs you for 4 piercing damage right in the side. You feel warm blood begin, like, suffusing out of this wound. Also, so for health, this new way that you do it, if you click on your character token, and then the red bubble that has your health, if you just, in that bubble, if you type -4, then it'll change it.
Okay.
Cool. So now it's your turn, as this kobold is right in front of you, and you just feel this blood seeping out of you.
Okay.
Oh, also your horse is here. I forgot to say. So, what is your turn?
My turn is... I'm gonna do that...
Oof.
Hang on a sec, I got a plan here. That's my horse. I'm gonna go ahead and use... Firebolt.
Okay, on which one?
Oh, the one right in front of me.
Okay, because that's a ranged attack, you'll have disadvantage because it's
shit.
in melee with you.
Okay, that's fine. He's kind of panicking right now, so yeah, that works.
Is that what you want to do?
Let's see. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use. Let's just use the dagger. I have my own dagger. I'll use.
Okay, go ahead and make the attack.
Okay. Shit. Hang on. It's been a while.
No problem. You can just, in the attacks and spellcasting, you can just like click on your dagger.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to click. It's not doing anything.
Oh, it's not working. Here, I'll click it for you. 19.
Okay.
That hits. So rolling damage, 4 piercing damage. You stab this one, and you like this one that had just stabbed you. You quickly, staff in one hand, pull a dagger out from within your belt and like stab up into the base of this like huge protruding jaw and hit it like straight up through the throat and into its brain, and you just feel its body go limp against your arm and you release it onto the ground. That one is dead.
Nice.
Now it is your horse's turn. Your horse is going to back up about 10 feet because it's terrified.
Oh, thanks, horse.
Okay, now this one over here is going to, pissed off at you, is going to try to sling you again. Which,
Oh,
natural 20.
Oh, fuck.
That can't be right.
No.
Wow. For 10 damage, it hits you on the side of the head. Are you out? You are.
Yeah.
You feel everything go dark as you hit the ground. And then, as you're laying there, you hear a voice in your head. You're a bit different, but I haven't forgotten about you. You see a tuft of raven feathers, and you leap to your feet at full health.
What?
Feathers just falling next to you. Okay, I lost my initiative counter thingy. Here you are. This other one, seeing this, is going to try to hit you with the sling. Which hits, doing 6 damage.
Oh,
so you're at 7. You're at 7. And this one is dead. So it is now your turn.
Yeah, it's not letting me click my character at all here.
Oh, it's not? That's weird.
Oh.
My B. Yeah, I'll fix that. Oh, I know why. My bad. Oh, maybe not. What do you want to do with your character?
Hang on, let's see here.
Here. Okay.
Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and, since I'm pissed off now, I'm going to go ahead and use Firebolt.
Okay. Which one?
Oh, at the one that almost killed me, right here.
Okay, go ahead and make a ranged spell attack.
Okay, I'm clicking Firebolt and it's not doing anything.
Oh, that's strange.
I don't know why it's doing this.
Yeah, that's super weird. I'll look into that. It might be a browser issue. Anyway, Firebolt. There you go. 15, so that hits. And 10 fire damage.
Oh, yeah.
You, like, wave your hand over your staff, say a few arcane words, and thrust your hand forward, and you just see this arc of reddish-orange energy shoot out and just, like, decimate this poor kobold, hits it square in the stomach and passes right through, and it falls to the ground dead. Your pony is going to rush up to here and towards this kobold, but couldn't totally make it, and it is now your turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take out my light crossbow.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and shoot that last one.
Okay.
Except it's not doing anything when I click, so...
I got you. No worries, no worries. 16, if that hits. Wow, I'm rolling really well for you.
Thank you.
6 piercing damage. This one, right between the eyes, falls to the ground. You look around, not sure where these creatures came from. You've never seen anything like this by your house. You're not sure what to do. Make an investigation check, please.
Yeah.
Combat is over.
Okay. Yep. Okay, I'll just do d20 plus 5 here real quick.
Okay.
1 second. 14.
14, okay. You're looking around now. Combat has ended, and you are scouring the ground. Not really sure what just happened. But as you're looking around by the base of this tree, on the bark, trying to find anything, trying to use any means within you, arcane, elven, you're not sure, but you do see at the base, hastily scrawled, 2 elven letters that represent they're sort of like Japanese kanji, like a letter represents a word or a thought or whatever. And together these elven characters just mean Dare-Darath.
That's ominous. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go to Dare-Darath, and I'm not going to stop until I'm there.
Okay.
I no longer feel safe.
Okay. You ride through the night, unsure of what's going on, unsure of what to think. You hold the letter clutched in your fist as you're riding as fast as you can. Your horse also terrified, adrenaline seeping through both of you as you ride towards the dark spires of Dare-Darath. As you're riding, you keep an eye out for any creatures like what you'd see in any of these kobolds. You don't see any, but you do catch a few, like, notches taken out of trees, like slash marks by some bladed weapon or claws. You see the corpses of a few small animals just totally eviscerated, also uncharacteristic of this area. Your home is no longer safe. You ride to Dare-Darath, approaching the gates, the northern gates. You see the tabards with the insignia of the silver spears. These 2 perfectly silver spears crossed over in an X over a purple field. The soldiers wearing them, each with a spear on their back or in their hand. And you entered the city, unsure of what had just happened or what the next step in your journey may be. And that's where we're going to end tonight.